Let's be honest, relationships can be tricky. The modern world often glamorizes the relentless pursuit of romantic connections. We are bombarded with messages that equate self-worth with how successfully we navigate the dating game. The media paints a picture of the ideal partner, and society encourages us to chase that ideal at all costs. But is that the best way to live? What if there were a philosophy that taught us to step back from the chase, focus on our inner growth, and let meaningful connections arise naturally? Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy, offers a compelling approach. By embracing its timeless wisdom, we can rethink the way we approach relationships, develop healthier connections, and find contentment from within. The chase, a flawed starting point. Before diving into what Stoicism can teach us about relationships, let's look at the problem with chasing in the first place. For many, the pursuit of romance stems from societal pressures, insecurity, or even the thrill of the chase itself. Movies and stories glorify the image of a determined suitor who wins love through persistence. Yet in real life, this relentless pursuit often leads to frustration, unbalanced dynamics, and ultimately unfulfilled desires. Stoicism, however, encourages us to pause and reflect on our motivations. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most prominent Stoic philosophers, wrote extensively about the importance of understanding and controlling our desires. He reminds us that external pursuits, no matter how appealing, are fleeting and can distract us from our inner growth. In relationships, this means taking a step back from the chase. Instead of focusing on winning someone's affection, ask yourself, what kind of person am I becoming through this pursuit? Stoicism shifts the focus from external validation to internal transformation, creating a healthier and more balanced approach to relationships. The core of Stoicism, inner strength and virtue. At its heart, Stoicism is about living in alignment with reason, virtue, and self-control. The philosophy emphasizes the importance of focusing on what is within your control and letting go of what isn't. When applied to relationships, this principle has profound implications. Instead of trying to change others or manipulate circumstances, Stoicism encourages us to cultivate qualities like wisdom, courage, and integrity within ourselves. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This advice resonates deeply in the context of relationships. Rather than chasing others in the hope that they'll validate your worth, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Imagine this shift in perspective. Instead of wondering how to win someone's affection, you ask how you can embody the values of kindness, respect, and virtue. When you focus on your personal growth, relationships become less about filling a void and more about creating authentic, meaningful connections. Respecting autonomy, a foundation for healthy relationships. One of the most overlooked aspects of Stoicism in relationships is the importance of respecting others' autonomy. Chasing someone often involves disregarding their boundaries and focusing solely on your own desires. Stoicism challenges this approach by emphasizing respect for individuality. Marcus Aurelius beautifully captures this idea when he writes, "Everything is right for me which is right for you, O universe. Nothing for me is too early or too late which comes in due time for you." This quote reminds us that everyone has their own path and timing. Instead of trying to force a connection or persuade someone to align with your desires, Stoicism teaches us to honor their choices. This perspective transforms the way we approach rejection too. Instead of taking it personally or seeing it as a blow to your ego, view it as a natural part of life's flow. Every interaction is a learning opportunity, not a reflection of your self-worth. Patience, the key to lasting connections. Let's face it, modern dating often feels like a race. Apps, social media, and societal pressures push us toward instant gratification. But Stoicism teaches a different lesson: patience. Marcus Aurelius encourages us to trust the natural course of events, reminding us that good things come in due time. Patience allows us to make thoughtful, deliberate choices in relationships. It prevents us from rushing into dynamics that may not be healthy or sustainable. When we practice patience, we're more likely to build relationships based on mutual respect and understanding rather than fleeting passions. Rejection, a Stoic perspective. Rejection is inevitable in relationships, but how we handle it defines our growth. Many of us see rejection as a personal failure, allowing it to damage our self-esteem. Stoicism offers a refreshing perspective. Rejection is not about you, it's about circumstances. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Reject your sense of injury and the injury itself disappears." This mindset encourages us to see rejection not as a blow to our ego, but as an opportunity for reflection. Ask yourself, can I learn from this experience? Perhaps the rejection highlights areas for personal growth or reveals that the relationship wasn't the right fit to begin with. Reframing rejection in this way fosters resilience and emotional maturity, helping us move forward with grace and self-respect. Cultivating gratitude and contentment. A major lesson from Stoicism is that happiness comes from within, not from external achievements or possessions. This principle is especially relevant in relationships. Often we believe that finding the perfect partner will make us happy, but Stoicism challenges this notion. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." Gratitude is a powerful tool for shifting your focus from what you lack to what you already have. Take time each day to reflect on the relationships and connections you cherish. This practice not only deepens your appreciation for those around you, but also reduces the need to seek validation through external pursuits. Building meaningful connections. When you approach relationships with authenticity and virtue, you naturally attract deeper, more meaningful connections. Stoicism teaches us to value quality over quantity, whether it's in friendships, romantic partnerships, or family ties. Marcus Aurelius advises, "The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best." This is a reminder to seek relationships that inspire growth, mutual respect, and shared values. Instead of chasing fleeting attractions, focus on building connections that truly enrich your life. Emotional control, the Stoic superpower. Emotional control is a cornerstone of Stoicism, and it's indispensable in relationships. Reacting impulsively to conflicts or challenges often leads to regret and strained connections. Stoicism equips us with the tools to remain composed and rational, even in emotionally charged situations. Marcus Aurelius encourages us to remember, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. By mastering your emotions, you can navigate the complexities of relationships with grace and integrity. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings. Instead, it's about recognizing your emotions, understanding their source, and choosing how to respond. This practice fosters healthier communication and stronger connections. The Stoic approach to love. Finally, let's talk about love. Stoicism doesn't dismiss love, it redefines it. The philosophy encourages us to cultivate a love that is selfless, virtuous, and enduring. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the best way to avenge yourself is to not be like that. In relationships, this means rising above petty conflicts and focusing on mutual growth. A Stoic approach to love is grounded in respect, understanding, and shared purpose. It's not about losing yourself in another person, but about building a partnership that uplifts and inspires both individuals. By embracing this perspective, you create space for a love that is resilient, meaningful, and deeply fulfilling. Conclusion: walking the Stoic path in relationships. As we've explored, Stoicism offers a profound framework for rethinking relationships. It shifts the focus from external pursuits to inner transformation, teaching us to approach love and connections with patience, respect, and authenticity. By embracing Stoic principles, you can navigate the complexities of relationships with wisdom and resilience. So, the next time you feel tempted to chase someone or attach your happiness to their affection, Remember Marcus Aurelius's timeless advice. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself, and let meaningful relationships naturally follow. In doing so, you'll not only avoid the pitfalls of the chase, but also cultivate a life filled with genuine connections, inner peace, and lasting contentment. Stoicism isn't just a philosophy for the mind, it's a guide for the heart as well.